Hey everybody, thanks for visiting the channel. In this video, I'm going to do a review of the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Red Turbo Ranger. So I ordered this one from Amazon and he just arrived, and I'm actually excited but also kind of sad about this one because if you have been following the news about Lightning Collection, it is going on a break, possibly ending, and this newest wave, Wave 15, is giving us characters from seasons that we don't have yet. Now, I wasn't going to get any of these, but then I thought about it and I realized, the Red Rangers are kind of a special, set of figures, and then there's always the special episode Forever Red, which obviously showcased different Red Rangers from different seasons. And I just decided, you know what, even though this could be the one and only Turbo Ranger we get, and Turbo was probably my least favorite season of all the Power Ranger seasons, I decided to go ahead and pick this guy up. So we have our windowless packaging with some artwork, and it shows what the figure comes with, and some more artwork there. And if anyone needs the barcode, there it is. But yeah, I mean, I would prefer the package with the window, but we know we don't get that anymore. So let's open this guy up and see how good this figure is. So the inside is just the red cardboard, and then everything's in that tissue paper. So let's see about getting all this stuff out of here. So that was pretty easy, getting all that out. Alright, so out of the package you can see that they really do get kind of messed up and warped a little bit in, that plastic-free packaging. So, he is a little wobbly there in the hips. I can already tell that that's an issue there. The belt is, very off-center, so I'll have to probably heat that up because it doesn't seem to want to move. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so yeah, it's moving over. So this is TJ. So he comes with the TJ head on him. It looks okay. I actually think that maybe the other TJ head that we got with the in-space blue looks a little better. But this one's alright, and I'm not going to use this civilian head anyway. But yeah, he is a little wobbly in the hips, which is a shame. We've been seeing this more and more with Lightning Collection figures. I think it's a combination of the pinless knees and the drop-down hips are just not doing well, we'll put it that way. But at least like the paint on the chest, I was concerned about that. It's all very nicely done, very crisp. So that's good. No major paint errors or anything, and as long as he can stand up, I'll be fairly happy. So there we go. Now, we do get a good bit of stuff with him, which is nice. Obviously, we're going to put his helmet on and take a look at that. It looks actually really, really good. I do have some paint marks there, so that's kind of unfortunate. Nothing on the other side. At least the front looks good, and I might be able to wipe this off with a little bit of acetone. We've got, I guess this is his gun-holding hand, and a fist. He's got a fist and a weapon-holding hand out of there. I can't remember what the turbo weapons are called. Obviously, this is a sword, and then he's got this other sword, which is really cool looking. I'll have to look up and see what swords are what here. We got a nice little lightning effect here. It's like a light blue color, so that's pretty good. And then we got his, I guess it's called a turbo blaster. So yeah, I'll have to look up. I do remember him having this sword more. I think this is like his ranger specific weapon, because I do remember this sword more. I don't remember this sword, so this may be just like a one episode, one off kind of thing. I will probably look this up, but let me know in the comments anyway. I'm going to pop his head off here. That came off nice and easy. If you want to see the face sculpt a little closer, it looks pretty good. I just don't know how much it looks like TJ. Pop the helmet on. That went on nice and easy. And the helmet is on there really good. Now I'm looking at it real close. It does look like he actually does have a tiny, tiny scrape there on the front, but it's hardly noticeable, so that's fine. It's just this on the side. I'm going to have to try to get that off because that's pretty obvious. But going over articulation, the head is actually nice and tight. I was worried about the head because some people have been reporting that it's really been super loose. Shoulders are good. We have the nice butterflies, which we're used to with Lightning Collection. We do have double jointed pinless elbows. I can't really... Yeah, so he has like the diaphragm and the ab crunch, but he does not turn at the waist, so you can just turn him this way. Hips go out. He does have the drop down hips. The hips are really, really tight. I don't know, it just tighter than normal, I would say. But that's weird because he also feels wobbly. So how can the hips be tight? Like, they're tight when you try to pull them out this way, but then when you kind of set them upwards, they feel kind of wobbly. So yeah, that's kind of strange. It feels like maybe some sort of way they tried to tighten them, but it didn't really take all the way. I'm not really sure what is happening here, but I'm trying to line up the lines on the legs just to make them kind of look cool. And overall, I mean, I think the figure is good. You know, better than some of the other figures that we've gotten here recently. See if I can get him to stand up. Yeah, so that looks pretty good. I'm going to put his blaster in his holster here. And then I'm not sure about the hands. I usually don't leave the fists on, but I don't remember him being left-handed either. If TJ was left-handed, let me know in the comments. And, I mean, this could be TJ or Tommy. Depending on how you want to, you know, have your figure set up. I mean, I'm just going to have the helmet on him, but I guess you could put you know, a JDF head and have it be Tommy as the Red Turbo Ranger, which I guess this does actually complete our, you know, Tommy collection, I guess if you want to call it that, because we have all the other versions of Tommy from Power Rangers. So this is the final one of that set. And yeah, it definitely is a cool looking figure. It's just a little kind of bittersweet considering that this could be the last Red Ranger that we ever get. And you can see he has this weird hip wobble thing to where, yeah, I think it's actually his right hip. I feel like the left hip is good and the right hip is kind of wonky. So that's kind of weird. That you can kind of tell which one is not being cooperative. Yeah, interesting. So, I mean, hopefully once I kind of get him all posed, he'll be good, and he won't take any shelf tumbles, because that's never a good thing. But yeah, I mean, I'll just have to display him, I guess, on his own. You know, we have Time Force Red and Turbo Red, and I don't know, maybe, yeah, it's a shame that we're not going to probably get the rest of this team. But for comparisons here is the remastered Black Ranger figure. I actually just got this one a couple days ago, and I didn't do a review. I just figured there's plenty of reviews out there for the remastered figures, but they do look kind of cool together. So, you know, obviously if this is Tommy and Zach together in some kind of weird crossover. But yeah, it's just funny how like this figure, like you could just feel the difference. And it's weird because this one has no wobble to it at all. Obviously, they put more time and effort into the remastered figures. You can just feel it in the figure. And then when you pick this one up, he just feels kind of like wobbly, and he just is not as sturdy. It's really weird. But, you know, what can you do? But yeah, they look cool together. And then if you want to see Red Turbo Ranger here with a monster, obviously we don't have any turbo monsters in the line. But here is my newest and my favorite of the monsters, which is the Minotaur. And you can see he's kind of towering over him. And yeah, this Minotaur figure, if you didn't watch my review, check that review out. And then just, if you can get this figure, get this figure. Really, if I see this one on sale, or if I see this one at retail somewhere and I'm just like, you know, my wallet's feeling kind of itchy, I may buy another one of these just to have one to maybe customize a little bit, and just to have one, you know, to put with, you know, just my random shelf. Because again, it could just be a Minotaur figure you can put with, like, if you have a Mythic Legions collection, or just like a, you know, a Knights or a Greek mythology themed shelf, you know, that can work. But yeah, I mean, Turbo Red, definitely worth picking up if you want to complete your Tommy collection, or if you want to have the Forever Red set up, which I'll probably, when I have some time and energy, I'll probably do some pictures of all the Red Rangers, because again, this will probably be the last one we get for a long time. And then, you know, I think the only one we need is Wild Force Red, I think, which ironically enough, we were supposed to get Wild Force Red, and then it wasn't released. And then Wild Force was the season that Forever Red actually took place in. So the one Red Ranger that we do not have for that crossover episode is the one that was like the main character. So that's pretty weird. But yeah, so let me know what you think of Turbo Red. What are your thoughts on the Lightning Collection in general? Thanks for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe. Check out my other Power Ranger videos, and have a good one. Thanks for watching.